Alright. Okay, I think the attitude to take with this story is, I think I'm gonna have to make use of the adage, best not to question. I think, that's really how to treat this, Unexplainable shit happens, best not to question. That's gonna be my mantra from now on. Alright, Chris cursed under his breath as they walked out, because he's so cool. Sarah's space colony, actually I'm gonna call it Ceres. Ceres Space Colony, hangar. Samus's gunship has safely landed now, the guard said. Yes, they all have the same accent, fuck you. An orange ship with high-tech weapons landed inside the hangar. A hatch opened from above, and a person in an orange suit jumped from it and landed in front of Chris and Lucario before standing up. Hello? Chris asked, waving his hand. She looked at the guard. Who is this kid and that beast? Lucario slowly walked to her, but Chris stopped him. What? Is he gonna try and fucking attack her as well? She's meant to be protecting them. Okay. The commander says it's alright to have them here. Besides, they're going with you to planet Zebes to complete their mission, the guard told Samus. Samus Aran is like, one of the best bounty hunters in the universe. But, like, they're making her... they're making fucking Chris and Lucario, who they know nothing about, tag along with her just because they asked to. They're in a war with fucking space pirates, and they're just like, oh, no, just have these guys along. Yeah, just, carry out your mission with them. They got something to do. It'll be great. This is stupid. Planet Zebes? Isn't that place a space pirate base, and it was also supposed to be destroyed? It's a space pirate base, and it got reconstructed again, another guard said. And what is that thing you're holding? This? Samus placed a container with a creature inside. This is a Metroid, but it was born in front of me, and now it thinks that I'm his mother. But I need to deliver this to the scientists in the colony to examine him. If you want to go find the investigation room, go straight this way and you will find it. One guard pointed to a door. U2. There we go with the U2 thing again. In the name of love. Oh, that joke was so funny the first time I just had to repeat it. Yes, I did. It was really, really good reference. Once you two can go with that too. Once the trio walked, Chris walked closer to Lucario. So, Samus interrupted. What is so special about you two? Stop writing 2 as a number. It's weird. It's not proper English. Special about you two. Nobody sees a kid and his beast in a base like this. Never. Let me kill her, Lucario whispered. What the fuck is wrong with you? You both know that she's... she's gonna be in the game. You can't kill her. She's gotta... And what's so insulting about saying a kid and his beast? He's so fucking oversensitive. It's a kid and his beast. That's just what they are. Alright. Let me kill her, Lucario whispered, because, I don't know. How about no, Chris whispered. Sorry for accepting your help all of a sudden, but we really need your help. I asked you a question and you haven't responded it yet, Samus pointed out. I'm a kid. Chris's forehead made a vein after he got tired from hearing the word kid to address himself. You are a fucking kid. That can use many different abilities to fight, and Lucario has the power of the aura to deal damage too. We're currently trying to fight a much bigger menace than the space pirates. Hard to believe, huh? Hard to believe someone saying such things, Samus said. How can I know you're not lying? Didn't your commander give you an order to get to Zebes with us? Lucario asked, crossing his arms. Yes. Then it's clear that we were already accepted as your helpers. We don't need to explain everything to you. Slap! Chris! Lucario yelled once Chris slapped his forehand. Oh, that's, more of that abuse going on. It's really cruel, actually. I know Lucario is a cunt, but all the same, it's a bit harsh. Alright, soundtrack. Gives a fuck. You're going to behave yourself before Samus, Chris said, putting his hands on his hips. I can't believe you have to be so rude to her. She wants a good explanation to accept our help, and you're acting like that? You're unbelievable. Spelt wrong. Lucario closed his eyes in shame and opened his right one to look a little to look at Chris. But I... No buts. Sorry. Samus took a step back. I didn't mean to be rude either. Oh, please, don't mind us. Chris chuckled, a worried smile in his mind. Lucario tends to be like this to people. I'll gladly explain everything to you before we get to the laboratory. Samus looked at Lucario, who was rubbing the back of his head as she walked away. Right. If you would. Don't be this hard on me either, Lucario whispered. You can stop the acting. She's gone. Lucario closed his eyes. Please, make a good strategy that doesn't involve me being hit by you. Needless ellipsis there. Being hit by you. Ceres Space Colony, Investigation Room. After a while of explaining everything to the bounty hunter, Samus was able to understand the mission that Chris and Lucario had to do. Of course, they didn't talk about the Smash Mansion or the hands. What did you bring this time, Samus? An infant Metroid? The scientist started to examine the infant Metroid. Amazing! We can harness the power of the Metroids to benefit the humanity. Oh, the humanity. Samus, you made an important discovery. Exhume me. Exhume me, you know. What? Where is it? Where is that? Let's see. Exhume me. Exhume me, but we've come here to get some devices to breathe without oxygen. The commander said that to us too, Chris said. That's right, we got the word from the commander. Here, take these little devices. A scientist handed over 2 tiny devices to the duo. You just need to place them near your noses and it will produce air. They did, and the devices started to produce air. Oh, that's wonderful writing. Of course, being here will be hard to see the device working. I need to go to ZB's now. Good luck with the investigation, Samus said, leaving the room with Chris and Lucario following her to the gunship. Samus's gunship. Chris found the gunship really amazing from the inside after he and Lucario got to see the interior. It was equipped with all sorts of machinery and buttons with different travel options that nobody could understand, except Samus at the least. We're never going to see this anywhere else, right? Lucario asked. What do you mean by that? Samus asked. I thought you two already knew about this since you were fighting the Pyramids and space pirates. Look, Chris interrupted. Just wait like 10 or so years and you'll know what we mean. What? What? Samus asked, utterly confused. Yeah, you and me both. But please don't mind him, Lucario said as Chris gave him a glare. Jeez. I mean, forget about it. The gunship started to take off and it went through the space. The two again, number 2, were looking outside and watching the emptiness of the space that Chris found amazing. Wow. Wow, the space is amazing from here, Chris said as he and Lucario were looking outside, watching all the stars in the space. All the stars in the space. Can I really believe these two at all? Samus thought with a frown. Their peace was soon broken by an alarm. Warning, distress call. Warning, distress call. Connect me to the distress call, Samus commanded to the ship. Samus, return to the colony. A big dragon-like creature is attacking and he is destroying everything here. What? Oh no! Stop! No! The transmission was interrupted by shots and screams. Ellipsis. Lucario looked back at the colony where several explosions... No, it says where several explosions were shown. Where several explosions were shown. There! Oh, I'm scared, Chris said, shaking. We have no choice. We need to return to the colony. Samus turned the ship towards the colony, and it went as quickly as possible to the hangar where it landed. Ceres Space Colony, hangar. Stop doing the... I really wish he didn't keep doing those... location introduction thingies. They went deeper in the colony and found the commander. Commander, what is happening? Samus asked. Samus, there is a big monster attacking the investigation room right now as we speak. But not only that, the way to the room is blocked by purple creatures who came with that too, the commander said, coughing. Prymids, Lucario said. Right, I need to go there and destroy it then, Samus said. There isn't any much time left. The colony was badly damaged by the monster, and it will explode in 30 minutes, the commander said. 30 minutes is just enough, Samus stated, running away to the investigation room. She is always like that, the commander pointed out before he stood up. All the personnel will evacuate the place. You two should go with her and aid her with that monster. Chris and Lucario nodded, and they went with Samus to defeat the monster. Don't worry about me. I'll escape before this blows up. Metroid main theme. Fuck you. Samus went first, then Chris, then Lucario. Bite hands appeared from nowhere, and the trio quickly prepared to attack. I feel like you probably need a fairly intimate understanding of the Metroid universe for a great deal of this to make very much sense. I imagine the dragon creature is Ridley, but, other than that, I'm kind of in the dark. Samus went first, then Chris and Lucario. Bite hands appeared from nowhere, and the trio quickly prepared to attack. Finally, an actual fight. Take this, Chris shouted, using force palm? What? Since fucking when? What? How can he do that? He's never been able to do that before. How the fuck can he suddenly do that? What? Alright, best not to question. I forgot. Best not to question. He hit 3 bite hands, but it wasn't enough to destroy them. However, Lucario finished them with kicks infused with his aura, taking them down. Samus was doing it fine. She was tackling them, shooting and bombarding them. The trio defeated the bite hands and went further inside. Sword Prymids were in the way, but Lucario took them out with his fists glowing with aura, and Samus with charged shots. Ellipsis. Chris rolled his eyes. Yes, don't let the kid get in the way of them for the much stronger people. Sorry, Lucario said with a nod. Oh, I guess it's okay. Why is he suddenly so excited about fighting? I feel there must have been a chapter missing. This can't just be chapter 7, just leading on from chapter 6. There's got to be something there that explained why he's able to do all this shit all of a sudden. It's so weird. It's really jarring. This doesn't make sense. Alright. They were just in front of the investigation room, but another ordeal of Prymids and ROB sentries appeared. Chris was surrounded. But they got Robs as well now? Chris was surrounded, but Lucario used his fists and kicks to defeat them. Samus was using her grapple beam, and everything was fine, if you say so. The lab is just crossing this door, Samus said. That was fast, Chris said. Maybe you could take this as some sort of easy part, Lucario wondered. You're right. Chris smiled at Lucario, then the trio went inside the investigation room. Ceres Space Colony, investigation room. How much left of this chapter is there? There's barely any. I gotta try and get this done. Ceres Space Colony, investigation room. This is horrible, Chris said, looking at the dead bodies of the scientists laying on the floor. Everything around was destroyed, and the machines were burning and blood was scattered around the place. But blood, Chris muttered and shuddered as he embraced himself. Who could have done this? Lucario asked. Samus looked a big mark that appeared to be from a big claw. I know who, Samus said. Suddenly a roar came from the right. They turned their heads and they saw a big shadowy figure inside smoke preparing a laser from his mouth and fired it to the trio. That's a lot of tenses. Samus evaded it and Lucario grabbed Chris and he evaded it too. Ridley, Samus muttered, glaring at the space pirate leader. My god, Chris gulped as the creature glanced at the trio. Ridley looks a lot scarier than a bunch of pixels. What? That sounded extremely stupid if you ask me, Lucario said. Well, blame me. It's the truth after all, Chris said. Samus spotted the container of the infant Metroid in Ridley's claws. Give it back now, Samus demanded as she fired a missile at Ridley, but it destroyed it with its tail. Then Ridley roared, making a hole on the wall with its tail, and went away through it. The trio left the investigation lab to avoid being sucked into the hole. The bodies of the scientists were being dragged away in the machines as well. Ellipsis. Chris looked down as they stared at the locked door of the lab. Fuck, no way can I finish this in time. Ellipsis. Chris looked down as he stared at the locked door of the lab. Samus put a hand on his shoulder. I know. Nobody was able to live after that monster. Oh, I feel sorry for them, Chris muttered. What are you doing? Chris asked. The colony is going to explode if we don't hurry. We must escape from here before it blows up, Chris said, running at the hangar. Samus was faster and Chris couldn't catch up. Fuck it.